You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. This motherfucker. Can't believe it. God, and Charlie won. All right, just giving a couple more minutes for all my fans to arrive. Okay. God, Charlie's bitch ass. I can't believe it. Charlie's guy. He did, Jack. Who knows what he pays that guy? I think more than what you win if you win every week is my guess. Not that I would know. All right, we're going to start here. In 1 minute. Okay, and welcome to the Week 8 Buttaheads DraftKings podcast. I am your host, Kyle Daly. And what a fucking shitty week. Dusty Busty Bijan does it again. God, this guy. I mean, you just know when you click on the fucking name that some bullshit's gonna happen. The Falcons are gonna get torched. You know, they put out one of these games about every third game where they just don't show up at all. No inspiration with Penix being out. No inspiration. No fight in them at all. They just laid down with their shitty ass, fucking dusty, ghost ass statue quarterback and dusty ass, shitty running back who never does shit. Totally, Sam. Lowe's needs to start scouting Dusty Bijan. I mean, he puts up a fucking good game here and there. And his stats at the end of the year look pretty good, but you never feel 100% confident with him in your lineup. You always know you're a second away from something going horribly wrong with this fucking guy. I hate this motherfucker. I mean, I don't know. And I got bullied, man. I got bullied by the spreadsheet socialists, you know, and they fucking bullied me with their stupid, nerdy projections on their spreadsheets. And I looked at it and I looked at the matchup, Miami, and I was mentally weak. I couldn't pass it up. It was weakness on my part. I could have played a much more high T lineup and just went with guys that I like. I mean, it's called fantasy football, guys. Why do they call it fantasy football? Because it's supposed to be your fantasy team. It's supposed to be the guys that you like, all the guys you like on the same team. That's the whole idea with fantasy football, is play the guys that you think are good. And what did I do? I played fucking all the guys that I hate because of a spreadsheet. all the guys that I think suck. And guess what happened? They sucked. Except for Breece Hall. We'll get to that. We will get to Breece Hall, Sam. But first, let's go to the winner. Charlie's guy gets it done. And, God, you just fucking... I mean, this fucking guy, I don't see how he just gets lucky all the time. You see how in redraft, you see it in... I mean, none of these guys ever get hurt. It's just crazy how fucking lucky this guy is. So let's look at his lineup. He played dart, okay, fine. 5,500. I mean, it's not that cheap. Saquon. I mean, look, I will admit Saquon was a play. I never considered playing him for one instant. Did I consider playing Saquon, who hasn't done anything the entire year. But of course, if Charlie decides to play him, you know what's going to happen. I mean, that's all you need. If your team, needs a boost, or you have a guy who hasn't been performing well, like I need BTJ to start doing good. So Charlie, please fucking play him next week. I need some kind of fucking luck or magic or whatever you do. Derrick Henry, okay, now that is fucking bullshit. What do you do? Derrick Henry was such a Friday-ass play. That was, yeah, he was in my Friday lineup, but I didn't actually fucking play him on Sunday when I found out that Lamar was out. And Charlie just plays him anyway, gets his 71 yards and just lucks into 2 TDs, of course. And it just always works out for this fucking guy. It's unbelievable. Pickens, 7 for 78. I mean, yeah, just decent game. He's never going to really, or it's going to be a lot harder for him to blow up with CDN. So, I mean, I don't know. It's all right, I guess. Rome, out of nowhere, but he gets 100 yards. Jalen Noel or whatever, that guy, who the fuck is that guy? I mean, put his name in quotes. Everybody talking this guy up. He's a nobody. Kittle, yeah, that's fine. I think it's a fine play. He got his touchdown. Kamara, terrible play. I mean, this guy, him and Kamara, dude, he's just such a boomer with his old-ass running backs. I mean... I remember he was talking shit about Jude, sending him a trade offer. He sent him Romeo Doubs for Kamara. Dude, Romeo Doubs has been doing so much better than Kamara. He scored so many more points than Kamara. So, yeah, keep playing Kamara, Charlie. But one anyway. That was probably the only player, Kamara. That was the only player that Charlie's guy let him pick. He sent him a lineup when just left the flex open, and he was like, you can fill in the flex yourself. And Charlie's like, give me Kamara. But, I mean, it's a low-scoring week. The games were fucking boring. What a shit. I mean, the Cowboys get their asses kicked, which I knew was going to happen. Shitty-ass, boring games, bad teams, looking bad. Tyler Shuck. We had to watch Tyler Shuck throw passes. I mean, it was just a lame week. Nothing that cool happened. Jonathan Taylor did what everybody knew he was going to do, and he's 9,500 now. So, they take that fun away from us. It's like they make him so expensive that you can't even fucking play that guy. I mean, they just, I don't know, as the year goes on and DK, I mean, it's a little less... For me, it's just it does become more of a grind because the salary gets so tight, and that was the case this week. I think, it was hard putting together lineups. Obviously, I mean, who the running backs that you want to play are, but they're all expensive as shit, and then you got to work, you try to figure out the rest. So it was a tough week. Man, Charlie, of course, wins by less than 0.2. So barely edges Eric. Eric had 150.06, Charlie 150.22. Eric has the balls to play Fields. You know, I like that. I like the arbitrage play. A-Chain was somebody that I was looking at, and I thought about it. I wanted to get him in the lineup. It's just like, I don't know. It was so hard for me to put lineups together. I didn't know what to do. I should have played A-Chain. Derrick Henry, Sutton. Sutton was, I had Bo Nix stacks with Sutton all week. Got off of that because I don't know. The cheap QB's have been working out this year, so I just went with the cheap QB. And Huntley. I mean, I don't know. I got bullied into my lineup. Rashid Shaheed, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess if you hit, you get lucky. But he did. Shit, he had 9 catches. I mean, Tez Johnson, Noah Fant, and then Jonathan Taylor. So, yeah, you just play a bunch of fucking, you got to play a bunch of cheap spares at wideout, and you can play Jonathan Taylor, and then he rips off 40 points. So, I guess it's worth it. I'd love to have gotten second place today. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. This is fucking pathetic. I'm down there at 12th. Spencer, the first loser. Love to see it. Third place. Pays out 0. Kirk Cousins, bro. Kirk Cousins. That's what did it for you, man. You could have played Tyler Huntley and you would have won. Would you have won? Yeah, I think you would have barely won. Yeah, because that's like a let's see, what did Tyler Huntley get? I think did he only get 16? Oh no. Nope, you wouldn't have won. Connor. Yes, we will get to yours. Connor does not like when I don't talk about him. So yeah, Cousins, JT, Henry, such a luck box, man. I mean, y'all got so fucking lucky. That should have been 71 yards and no touchdowns. Or 71 yards and 1 touchdown, and then he had like 13, Fuck, I forgot to pour water. Hold on, it's right here. I'll be right back. All right. So, I mean, this is a pretty straightforward lineup. Yeah, I mean, this is just basically doing the same thing that I did. I mean, these were just the plays this week. I mean, nothing too crazy in Spencer's lineup, except for Kirk Cousins, and that ended up killing him. But he needed the money to do what he did. Could have gone down from Goddard, but Goddard did well, so we'll skim over Connor's lineup. I mean, yeah, all plays of the week. Obviously, he's got his hands on some sort of list here. Buffalo D. Now, I mean, that worked out. I never play defenses that expensive, but hey, if you can get 17. Overall, I don't hate the lineup. I just don't know how you can click Kirk Cousins' name. I mean, when 2 rushing yards is probably his ceiling, and Atlanta is just so unpredictable. So it was a good try, Spencer. You will be awarded $0. Okay, let's go to Connor's team. All right, fanfare. Let me play his intro song. All right, everybody, pay attention. We're talking about Connor now. Fields, man, bitch ass Rashad White, cooked, washed ass CMC. Troy Franklin, 26 points. And that was actually a play this week. That was actually a legit play this week. I would have stacked him with Bo Nix personally. I mean, you would have had to have found an extra $1,000, but you could have done it. I mean, what are you doing jamming Pickens in when there were guys around 6K that you could have played? So you could have played Bo Nix and Sutton, and then where was I going with that? He needed 1,000. Yeah, you could have played Bo Nix and Sutton, and then gotten off of Fields or to Bo Nix, threw 4 touchdown passes. But y'all hate on fucking Bo Nix, even though he's good and he performs every week. So yeah, Troy Franklin. Yeah, you could have done a Bo Nix double stack. Now that would have been sick. I kind of like the CMC play actually, because it was definitely like a good arbitrage off of the chalk, which was going to be JT and Bijan. I knew everybody was going to play Bijan because he was just cheaper and he was also in an amazing spot. I mean, he was the best play of the week on paper, but that's the thing is on paper Bijan always looks good, and then when it comes to ball having time, Bijan always fucking fumbles the bag. Ain't that right? Y'all remember this game. God. He's a little bitch. Okay. Rome, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's a good play. I mean, Baltimore's... Well, Connor, nobody played CMC because he was $9,000 and Jonathan Taylor was $9,500, and Jonathan Taylor was just a better play. And because Bijan was also a great play, probably a better play on paper, and he was $8,800. So he was just kind of in no man's land there, where you either are finding the extra money to go to Jonathan Taylor or you're going down to Bijan. I knew that was going to happen. It's what did happen. It made sense. But 2 people did play CMC. Kyle Pitts, I mean, yeah, I guess with Drake London out, I don't hate it. 9 for 59, that's a good game for him, especially. George Pickens, I think George Pickens was your worst play, He's just so expensive, and he's never going to be the number 1 guy with CD in there. He's never going to have those giant blow-up games with CD in there. He's always going to be this second, and he's a great wideout, and he's awesome, and he makes plays. But I don't know. I mean, if he scores a touchdown, maybe it's a different story, but he's just so expensive, man. 7,100. Like, there's just other guys that I think are more reliable there. It's just a little sketch on him. Overall, not a bad lineup, Connor. So there you go. You're welcome. Quit bothering me. Oh my God. Sam played Chimere DK, and he actually did something, man. That guy's 7 for 93, dude. Chimere DK, dude. Don't tell me that guy's good, because I got him stashed in some leagues. God, but I mean, and then he fucking plays. Look at this. Like, Sam's lineup smashed. Absolutely smashed. Besides big old dust ball. Dusty Busty Bijan, the only one. Well, and Darnell Mooney. So, yeah, he did exactly what I did. Bijan and Darnell Mooney. And that's what you get. That is what you get when you rely on the fucking bitch-ass Falcons. The Falcons are such pussies. And they put fucking shitty-ass Kirk Cousins in there. Penix is way better. And Kirk Cousins is fucking done. He's finished. He showed that today. He's cooked. So, I mean, I don't know. That's what we get for trusting the fucking bitch-ass Falcons. God, they're such pussies. I mean, I just don't know how. They just have like a pussy culture around that team. I have no idea. But I'll talk about Darnell Mooney when I get. Well, I guess we'll talk about it now because Darnell Mooney was supposed to be a fucking amazing play. And Joe's trying to call me out and fucking Buttaheads saying, "Oh, Darnell Mooney?" ? Yeah, Darnell Mooney was one of the best plays of the week on paper. Okay, so I'm sorry you didn't know about it, but there were a lot of signs that Darnell Mooney was going to go off here, and it wasn't just that Drake London was hurt. See, y'all don't even know about some of the analytics that I run, so I'm not going to sit here and try to explain it to y'all because it would be too complicated and they'd go over your head. Thank you, Spencer. It would go over your heads anyway. But let's just say there were some extremely predictive analytics pointing directly at Darnell Mooney as one of the guys you want to target this week. Not to mention, I'm laughing at Spencer. Not to mention, of course, Drake London being out. So that was a nail in the coffin. I was like, oh, Darnell Mooney to me was absolute jam, must play, lock. Absolutely no way I wasn't playing Darnell Mooney for $4,400 playing against Miami. And then all of a sudden, Miami, God, it's like fucking Atlanta. Are they just one of those teams that plays down to their opponent? Is that what it is? Because like when they played the Panthers and they got beat 30-0, and now they're playing the Dolphins and they get beat 34-10. Is it just like they're too confident? Like they're out at the fucking club in Atlanta, partying it up because they think that they're just going to breeze past these shitty teams. I mean, who knows what busty-ass Bijan's doing during the week. God, that guy, he's a bitch. He's probably fucking wearing a diaper. Jamar Chase, great play. Dude, honestly, this is a fire-ass team, Sam. Fire team. Kittle, this is like... Yeah, I mean... I don't really like the Derrick Henry play with Lamar being out. But other than Derrick Henry, I think this was a fire team. And honestly, you ran bad to only get fifth. I think that, yeah, this is definitely a top 2 lineup on the week. Really good team, Sam. Who cares about Birdlaw? He played Nix. How did only one person play Bo Nix? He was the best fucking play of the week. God. I mean, I should have just played him because I knew that y'all are haters and you wouldn't play him just because he's a Kyle guy. But I just had to fucking find the money to get up to Bijan. And of course, I get fucked. Bo Nix was the best play at QB this week. I don't know why the fuck nobody played him. This is a stupid-ass lineup anyway. Fuck you, Birdlaw. Mobley. Hurts. I never even thought about playing Hurts, but that worked out. 4 touchdowns. We will get to Johnny's lineup, believe me. I'll do yours. Yeah, and then we'll jump to the bottom. Okay, so Mobley, Hurts, Rashad White, Derrick Henry. These fucking fucks. 46% for Derrick Henry. You guys didn't change your lineup after, or you just didn't care that Lamar wasn't in the game. Derrick Henry wasn't a play anymore once Lamar was out. You guys fucking lucked out on short-ass touchdowns. That's such variance. God, you're all so fucking lucky. Igbuka, I don't hate the play, but he was expensive and I don't know. Chase Smith. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the lineup's fine. I don't like Derrick Henry. Hurts is fine. I mean, this is a pretty good lineup too. Yeah, nothing I really hate here except for Derrick Henry. So kind of similar to Sam, but slightly worse than Sam. God, and fucking Jack, Derrick Henry. Where are y'all getting your info, man? Or do y'all just not have are you don't have an ability to adjust when you see Lamar's not in? Um, Josh Allen, okay, that's just like a. See, now that's making a fantasy football team. He made his fantasy football team. He likes Josh Allen. He put in Josh Allen. Okay, great. It's a good arbitrage. Connor, what do you know about an optimizer? You using an optimizer and you complain about me listening to podcasts? Get the fuck don't fucking mention optimizers to me, bitch ass. And you fucking cry constantly, nonstop about how I listen to podcasts. Don't fucking mention the word optimizer to me. Olave, Devontae Smith, Kittle, Rashad White. I mean, Derrick Henry was cheap, but I just wasn't playing him with fucking Tyler Huntley. HAN, yeah, I already talked about him. Good play. A.O. Manor, I think that's a little thin, going down to A.O. Manor. He hasn't done. I mean, look at his fucking, game log. I mean, look what he's been doing. He hasn't been doing anything. He gets about 1 or 2 catches a game. You're lucky to get 52 yards out of him. So, yeah, I mean, Jack, you need to stop taking fantasy advice from your father and make every single slot in your lineup important. You can't just jam in Alec Ayomanor because that's how much money you have left after you put in all the guys you wanted to play. It has to, it's just a consistent theme that I've been harping on. But, I mean, your lineup has to make sense, and every slot has to make sense, and you can't just throw in whoever in the last slot. And it looks like that's what you did. Rashad White is a bitch, and he sucks. By the way, Rashad White is dead to me. He no longer exists in my mind. When I see his name, it will just be blank white space. He will. I'll never play him again. He's absolutely dead to me. He sucks, and he gets cut by that fucking Sean Tucker, whatever. Anyway, Sean Tucker. Am I right? All right, let's go down to Johnny's shitty bitch-ass lineup. Joe Flacco, talk about run good. 223 yards, a rushing and 2 passing touchdowns. Okay, fine. I'll give you... 5,400, though. That's the thing. I mean, it's like when you have other guys in the 4,400 range that are very playable, that's where... It's not that... Joe Flacco himself was a bad play in terms of he's not going to score points, but it's just, relative to the dollars, I don't think it's an optimal play. Rashad White, Bijan, Sutton, Chase, Flowers, T. Johnson. I mean, I'm saying T. Johnson because I actually don't know what his first name is. Theo Johnson, yeah, that's right. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is that guy? He's a blocking tight end. He is a glorified right tackle. And he doubles it up with Dalton Schultz. You want to play 2 plotting white tight ends. Nothing wrong with white tight ends, but the slow kind aren't good. The slow blocking white tight ends aren't good for fantasy. We do like white tight ends, though. But you play 2 plotting white tight ends, and Dalton Schultz isn't a blocking tight end, but he is a plotting tight end. And this is what you get. You get fucking last. Get the fuck out of here. Trash. Next. Joe, second from bottom. Love to see. Now, this is actually probably a worse lineup than Johnny's. Flacco, Rashad White, Bijan, of course, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, T. Higgins. When does that guy ever do anything? Thank you, Sharon. Anyway, We've got fans. So T against Dalton Schultz, okay. I mean, he was a play. As long as you don't do double tight end, it's fine. Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims. Are you that's who you Joe, you're such a Troy Franklin. you're, you're such a Troy Franklin homer. You talk about him constantly. You can't shut up about him. You trade your whole fucking dynasty team for him, and then you play Marvin Mims over him, and Troy Franklin goes off for like 25 points. Marvin Mims, 1.8 points. What in the hell were you thinking? I mean, and like, nobody thought Marvin Mims was going to do good. Like, you must have just made that up in your head. Absolutely terrible. I mean, in the Joe Flacco double stack, get the fuck out of here, dude. This ain't last week. I mean, come on. Snowflakes all around. Home Alone gif. You suck. Dude, look at fucking Token playing Xavier Legette like last week wasn't a fucking anomaly. Oh, yeah. Xavier Legette has 90 yards one week. I can't stop laughing at Sharon. Xavier Legette has 90-something yards last week. That's just the new reality now. That's just the way it is. Xavier Legette is just a beast now. He goes off every week. Yeah, I don't think so, Token. He did his normal 2 for 17 this week. And Alec Aominor, yeah, he just played all the hits so that he could jam in CMC and Bijan for 2 additional snowflakes and Jonathan Taylor. So he did the thing, and I actually did consider what would it take to get all 3 of those guys in? I mean, this is, if you were wondering, this is what it takes. It takes snowflakes in the rest of your team. That's what it takes. And so that's why I didn't do it. Because you have to just take a snowflake in every other slot in your lineup. And Caleb Williams out of the blue stacks him with Colston Loveland. Dude, Caleb Williams sucks balls. That is one of those, like, you can play anybody on DraftKings. Don't play bad players. Caleb Williams is a bad player. That dude C_C3 played again. Somebody tell me in the comments who that is, but Hurts, Ibuka, I don't know, who cares? It seems like a fine lineup, just didn't work out, mediocre. Andy, let's see what weird shit Andy did. Baker Mayfield, the 1 week that Baker Mayfield doesn't have a good week, and God knows how long Andy played him, so good job. Baker Mayfield throws 3 touchdowns a week, but this week he decided against New Orleans that, well, they didn't have to try. That's the thing. You got to be careful of that. This is my dynasty reminder, daily fantasy reminder of the week. You got to remember the guy you're playing is going to have to try in order to do very well, to do better than average. And they didn't have to try against New Orleans today. So Baker Mayfield, 5-point snowflake. Bijan, 6-point snowflake. We know about that. Saquon, he played, didn't matter. His whole other team, the whole rest of his team, pretty much flopped, but he still beat me by 6. So who am I to talk? All right. C. Otten, get the fuck out of here. I mean, that guy, speaking of plotting white tight ends, I mean, believe me, I'm all for playing shitty tight ends, but at least make it a guy who has a shred of athleticism, some fucking attributes, as Conor McGregor would say. All right, let's end on JFM. God, I can't believe fucking Kirk Cousins. Oh, yeah, Josh Downs lucked out on that touchdown. T. Higgins, Mooney, Pitts. So he did the Kirk Cousins double stack. Always a smart play. I can't hate too much because I played. Oh, he played. Well, technically, Kirk Cousins triple stack. Oh, he went Atlanta onslaught. Oh, man. How did he not do worse? Just because he played Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor alone lifted him up from last to ninth place. He really should have gotten last. If he played anybody but Jonathan Taylor, he would have gotten last. But Jonathan Taylor lifted him up from the ashes. So at least, yeah, smart play there with your Atlanta onslaught to throw in Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, screw you, JFM. All right. Well, shitty week. But yeah, some funny content. Shout out to Sharon, my new #1 fan. You're the best, Sharon. We always love to see you. And we will see you guys next week. See ya.